Hello guys, I am Adu playing Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. This is mission 17 of my Nero and Dante Must Die difficulty video guide. I have something in mind to talk about for this one, and it is a design thing. It's a game developer's mindset, or like the mindset of the company developing a game. I'm going to tell you a story that's a little bit off topic. It's not even a story, it's just a bit about Dota. And it's on topic, but it's not going to make sense till later. In Dota, there's a character which is widely hated, right? Like, there's not many people who like it. The only people who like it are the ones who play it. The character is obnoxious, it's frustrating, and the only person who gets any enjoyment out of it being in that particular match is the guy playing it. Why is this hero annoying? Well, this hero is annoying because when he's on your side, he takes away all resources, right? And the problem with it is he takes them inefficiently. What he does is he just sort of drops spells around the map, and he hopes that that will kill off the creeps for him, and he's going to miss a lot, right? Which means that a lot of the resources are just going to go to waste because they don't get, like, basically you have to last hit the creeps to get the gold, and he isn't going to get all the last hits, so that's inefficient usage of resources. When he's against you, he simply stalls out the game. He doesn't let you push the map at all. He takes away the whole point of the game. He discourages fighting in an obnoxious way, right? Like, admittedly, some heroes exist for strategical purposes, right? Like, they're not healthy for the game or anything, but they exist because it's important to balance out the rest of the game, right? This character isn't like that. He's actually bad. Like, he is just a bad character. He doesn't win that many games. But the thing is that he can get to the point where he's ridiculous. Now, beyond this, the character greatly encourages cheating. And I mean that in the most literal sense, because the character can do absolutely bonkers stuff if you were able to press your keys that fast. But people literally just cheat with the character. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, it's occurred to me that a lot of game developers leave crap in their games, right? Like, just absurd, obscene crap. And I want to kind of analyze why. Right? Like, I want to sort of try and get into that mindset of the developers, why you would leave something like this in. Now, the Dota that I play is Dota 2. The only reason that this character exists is because it's a homage to the original Dota. Now, I don't understand why a game developer wouldn't just simply be prepared to just delete it, right? Like, why wouldn't you delete something that is unhealthy and badly designed and isn't good for the game? And I would just love an answer to that. Like, the only thing I can possibly think of is that they're proud of their work or they're afraid of backlash and whatnot. But, like, the way I see it is, if your character, A, encourages cheating, B, makes far too many people complain, and C, doesn't add anything in the tactical aspects of the game, what is it adding to the game? Like, it's a multiplayer game, so it's not just a single player game, right? In single player games I could understand something like that, but it's a multiplayer game. So surely the needs of the many should outweigh the needs of the one and the few. And to the half of you who are saying, okay, Spock, I salute you. Like, live long and prosper and all that. But, that's just shitty hitbox. So, why is this related to this game? Well, I want to talk about faults again. And don't worry, I'm not going to rage and be a little whiny bitch again. I just want to, like, bring them up, because why wouldn't they just say to themselves, hang on a second, this is kind of shit. Like, you know, this is really awful, this shouldn't be in the game, why have we got it in here, let's just delete it. So, why would the developer not delete it? So let's go through the logical options. Well, first of all, we've got the fact that development time, right? Fair enough. There's a lot of things which can be attributed to, wow, my health. That's fucking sad, man, my health. Wow, okay, I got fucking obliterated there. Rip. But, where was I? Okay, so we've got development time. Fair enough. What else have we got to add? a challenge to the game. It's not really so much in the case in the multiplayer. In multiplayer, you want the game to be fun and enjoyable, and you want balance. Now, this character is balanced, but it just takes away so much enjoyment. So that's that. So now we're talking about faults. They keep it in the game. Why? Potentially for difficulty purposes, to make the levels harder. I don't know. Like, that's the only thing I can think of aside from that and development time drawback. But how long would it take to think of something else that would be sufficient? Let's look at the last mission. Okay, so let's have a think. We've got faults, and they are designed to adapt the player's playstyle in a way that makes them not lock themselves into long animations. It makes them play this sort of hit and run type deal, right? Which is kind of inherently Dante anyway, but, you know, I think that was their goal, right? That seems like a reasonable thing to think here. So, we've got that. Now, what else could we do for that? Well, we could make an enemy that responds to any long animation, but instead just does a bit of damage. Doesn't even knock you back or anything. Like, it just does a bit of damage. And it just says to you, hey, if you want to take these, like... Well, no, that would be a bad design, but maybe just something like... They start winding up an attack, right? They don't actually act. They just sort of sit around and they rely on other enemies to give themselves the space, right? And then when you do a long animation and lock yourself in, they attack. That's when they go, hey, you're going to get hit now. Fucking do something. That's not, like, you know, big and strong. I'm trying to like, formulate my words here. I'm not succeeding, as I'm sure you can tell. So let's say we just have something that doesn't really attack. It waits for you to lock yourself into long animations, and then it tries to punish you, right? It's very quick. You get minimal time to avoid it. Oh, look. You've suddenly got yourself an enemy. What are the possible flaws of this? Well, maybe it does too much damage. Maybe it's too punishing, and the player doesn't want to do any long animations, thus taking away all their freedom. Okay. Let's fix that. Let's give them an extra 0.5 seconds to react. Boom. You've got yourself a fine, fair enemy. Now, is it the best enemy in the game? No. Is it the most enjoyable enemy in the game? No. Is it going to be next level stuff? No. Is it better than faults, and does it achieve the goal that you wanted to achieve? Yes. Look at that. In several minutes, I've just designed an enemy that's better than a fault. And I'm playing a game and I don't have my full, like, I'm not paying full attention. Like, I'm not fully thinking about this. I'm not sitting down with, like, a notepad and paper. And I've just designed a better enemy than a fault. Like, in my opinion anyway. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's a better enemy than a fault. Like, that sounds like something I'd be much more interested in fighting, because it'd be like, oh, I've got a risk versus reward factor here. Suddenly I can still use all my moves if I choose to, but I best damn well be ready to dodge. You know, that to me just sounds objectively better. Like, that just sounds more engaging. That sounds a lot more interesting. You know, you can still get punished the same way the faults do, but they don't artificially make you rerun the game. It's just, hey, if you're not good enough, then you don't have to rerun the game. And I know that dealing with faults is an element of skill, but the thing is, it's an element of skill that takes away from the player's freedom, and that's what I'm trying to avoid of this design here. So now brings me to my original point. Why wouldn't they just delete something that's clearly bad and unhealthy and make something good? You know, surely that is just 10 times better. Anyway, that's just my little rant over. Like, I know, like, that's just me trying to get into the mind of the developer, and I just can't do it. Like, if my ideas are wrong and they're bad, then fair enough, but... Okay, so what I recommend for this, if you suck at dodging this stuff as much as I do, is just saving up some Devil Trigger and just using Trickster dodges to get past this. Because as we saw before, this guy does a lot of fucking damage. A lot of people dislike Forceds. I don't mind them. Like, I understand a lot of the hatred for them, because they do, like, change your playstyle quite a lot, but I think it's fine. Like, you can still do, like, it still gives you a variety of options and things you can do. And whilst it's not the best enemy, I think it's of acceptable quality, you know. Do I have much health? I do. Okay, I just need like this. But I understand like when there's a room of them. Like I feel like Forsts are fine is like 1 or 2. Whereas you look at like Mephistos, for example, and Mephistos, you have like 5 at once and it gets a bit tedious. I paused there because when I start loading a new area, it gives my recorder issues, so that just stops it from lagging out and stuff. So this is one of my favourite fights in the game, despite the fact I'm bad at it. And this just makes me wish so much that we could play as like multiple characters in this area. Like we can play as Virgil, Dante, and either Lady or Trish. I don't know which one you can actually play as. But you can't play it through as Nero or the other of Trish and Lady. And that's just like, why, man? Like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just implement a thing where you can have any character play any level, huh? Like, it just comes back to the design thing. It's just like, why have something... Like, this is such a cool fight. There's so many cool levels you could do. And there's so many, like, boss interactions that you could do. Like, a lot of people out there do not want to have to mod their game to play against Sanctus or whatever as Dante. And, you know, that's fine. That makes a damn lot of sense. Not a lot of people do want to fuck around with mods. Like, I don't want to fuck around with mods. Didn't know you could actually interrupt that early. Right? And it's just, like, why would they choose? Like, this is the point, right? It's not like they had to do something like this. Why would they choose to do something like that? It's just so stupid, man. Fire. 1, 2. Ugh. I don't know, I'm just not in the best mood in regards to game design at the minute. Like, I just had, like, an hour of fun taken away from me by a shoddily, shittily designed character in Dota. And it's just like, for fuck's sake, like, every time I see that character, it just makes the game a complete stomp one way or the other, or it's a dragged out load of shit in which no one has fun. Except for the guy playing this one character. And it's just like, why, man? I'm salty. Anyway, I'll pay a bit more attention to what I'm doing now. This is one of my favourite fights in the game, especially on Legendary Dark Knight. It's so much fun on LDK. Damn, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just shot my guns to levitate in the air a bit more. But yeah, this is a great fight. I thoroughly enjoy it. It gets pretty tricky when the Cerberus come around. Ah, speak of the devil. And he shall appear. My best suggestion is just get rid of them. Like, however you want it. Like, waste all your devil trigger, because they will just chip away at your health, and it's not good. Like, the other enemies you can reliably dodge, and you can reliably dodge these, but it's just not worth the effort. Like, I would rather just get rid of them. Damn, I was hoping that would, like, stun him. Stay still. And got to go inside his soul and shit on it again. There we go. Okay, cool, we got him. Where do I go? It's this way, right? Yep. But to loop way back to my original point, that took a while, that fucking rant. Why wouldn't they just delete something that's bad? Like, why? You know, from a developer's mindset, I can't understand. Come on, load. There we go. I can't understand why you would not delete something crap. Well, you know, maybe you think it's really good, but I don't know. I mean, it's subjective, right? Like, it's all opinion, so could just be me and no one else. I mean, I know that's not true, at least for the Dota example. Man, fuck off, I was jumping. Where are my iframes? God. Oh no, I can't hit him. Oh. I didn't know that worked like that. I thought it wouldn't just... But yeah, if anyone can provide some sort of insight, then I would be most interested in hearing it. Oh, come on. Stay still. Oh, yeah. Man, I would change that Kick 13 would just follow the enemy. Like, wherever they went. just because it feels kind of shit to like lose out on hits because it's a particular enemy. Bit like real impact on the scarecrows like you saw a second ago, the dodgy hitbox. That's something I would change. I would just make it chase them down. No, fuck you. Man, this is so annoying, they're just staying airborne. I'm trying to take out this Mephisto, and that's just because he's... Oh, fuck off, really. What? Oh, he's in Devil Trigger, that's why. Just go down, you bitch. I've got to say, because I'm not very good at Dante, I've lost a lot of the enjoyment of playing him. There's only so long you can suck ass for before it gets a bit tedious. And I'm getting to that point now, so I'm kind of glad we're going back to Nero now. Ugh, this isn't clean. It's quite a tricky fight, actually, if you're not that good. So, as you see, I'm just trying to be evasive, and I don't have much to say for guide purposes here. Aww. And that's just because I'm not that great at this. Like, I can only say, like... I mean, I would be telling you a glorified get good, right? And I don't want to have to say that. It is just a matter of trying to be... Just do what works. Like, do what's best for you. Have some fun if you can. But I would take out the Mephisto first. And that's just because these guys are really easy to dodge. There is a Forced, which I will now be proceeding to focus on. And that's just because we've seen how dangerous this guy gets. Nice, that should stop him from... Excellent. Just going to DRI and just get rid of him quick. Damn it, you had to come right then, you dickhead. Got him. Oh, really? I thought he was going to do that attack. Fuck. Man, that's just me getting fucking slouchy there. Damn, I'm gonna have to play it lame. Hate doing it, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So yeah, as you can see, these guys aren't that bad, which is why I recommend to not focus on them. Oh wow, you actually did that. Damn it, I'm so low on health here. Ooh, shit myself then. It's really weird, like, you never know how much they're actually going to lock onto you. That's the wrong one. I want to do this one. No, ooh, I thought he was going to get the hit off then. Whew. No! Ooh. Oh my god. The fucking based iframes right there. Yeah, as you can see, like, if you, as long as you like stay in the air and you don't play too silly, you can be just fine against these guys. Oh, he had to move. You don't have to play. No. Oh my god. I was absolutely convinced I was dead then. You don't have to play it like this against these guys. I'm just doing it because I played badly before it, so I'm a bit low on health there. Cool, we got him. Whew. Okay, let's look for health. Shit. It would appear there is no health. No. Nice. Okay, cool. That's most of my health. Any more breakables? It would seem not. Okay, so for the Agnes fight, what he does is he tries and summons some dudes. Now, when he does a lot of his attacks, you'll see him sort of glow, and he'll just stand there and do nothing. That's your chance to get a DRI in. That's not a DRI. That's your chance to get a real impact in. You can distort it, which is, you know, going in and out of Devil Trigger. And that's going to be our primary source of damage. And what we're going to do is we're going to alternate between punishing that, and we're going to take out his summons whenever he drops them, because they can and will overwhelm you. Cool. So when he does this, you can dodge it, You can attack him out of it. I chose not to there because I was getting slight lags from my recorder. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for him to do his summony shit. Cool. Oh, he's not low enough. Really? Oh, that's really shitty. Okay, so what we're going to have to do here is I'm just going to... Fuck me. Okay, so we're going to focus on his summons. And that's just because they can and do overwhelm you. Now, they're not as aggressive as they normally would be outside of this fight. And I think that's because the developers realized that you had a boss to fight. Which I think is quite a cool choice. If it is a choice. It might just be because of camera angles and stuff. But that is what we're going to do. We're going to focus on these guys. And we're just going to limit his numbers. We're going to see if we can get a bit of a punish in here. Nope. Okay. That was bad play from me. I was hoping he would do something. I didn't use anything reliable, so I got punished accordingly. Come on. Stop running. Really? Oh, God. Man, the fact that they're not as aggressive, though, is really annoying, because it makes it harder to land secure damage on them. Might be better to just ignore them, possibly. I don't think so, though. Man, fuck off. I'll just die, man. Okay, cool. It's easy enough to dodge that. There we go. I don't have much to say. It's a fairly simple boss fight conceptually. It's just pretty tricky to execute, so there is a degree of mechanical skill that you do need. I would try and Royal Guard that, but there's no way. I'm willing to bet that you can't Royal Guard that. Really, man? Look at that, man. I'm getting punished for a bad hitbox. That's fucking awful. So what he's going to do is he's going to fly into the center. Easy enough to prevent. Just hit him. There we go. Oh, man. Ooh. Okay. So again, we're going to stupid summons. And that's just because they will wear us down if they get the chance. So we're just going to take away that chance. Simple as that. Easy. Damn it, I wasn't in range to jump cancel. Wow, my health. Okay, brilliant. Damn. Oh, I wonder. Damn it, I'm just going to lose my health doing that. I mistimed that, but what you do is as soon as you hear the noise, you can just dodge it. I'm probably going to die here. Damn. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't realize he was doing that. No. Ooh, that was so close. Okay, I'm purely relying off audio cues here to dodge. Oh my god. Oh, come on. You do get Devil Trigger from destroying these. Really? Man, that's so gay. What? Oh, dear. Okay, I'm going to edit out getting back to there because that was just poor play from me. Oh, dear. That sucks. Hey guys, welcome back. This is actually the day after the rest of the recording. I was playing badly and I wasn't in a great mindset, and so I ended up just quitting and giving myself some time for a break. I had some fun actually. I found out a couple of things as I was just going through this mission here. I found out that you can actually go backwards through here to find... what I was doing was I was looking for some green orbs because I took a few hits. And turns out this way there's a lot of breakables that can give you some green orbs. And also there's actually a secret little gold orb, which I never knew about, which I thought was kind of cool. And also something else I noticed was, hang on, I'll just do it and I'll see if you guys notice. If you look at that, that is Virgil's stance. That's how Virgil holds himself. I didn't realize that, like, he did that. Like, he just stands like Virgil does. Like, that's even more of a throwback than I thought it was. I mean, it's obviously already a throwback to Virgil because, you know, it's the Darkslayer style. That's Virgil's thing. But yeah, I'm back here. Hopefully I'll get through it this time. Now I'm not fucking tilted to fuck. Don't think I'm going to style here just because it's not impressive against Darkness anyway. So I already discussed the strategy before. I'm going to try and actually execute it today. Rather than sucking balls. There you go. There is a bit of luck in this fight. Like, there's no... Like, I'm not going to lie about that. There is just some luck. And that's just because, like, what Agnes does and how far he is off the ground and stuff like that is completely random. I got very lucky there, as a matter of fact. Just focusing. I fucked up so much on this yesterday that I'm just not willing to fuck around now. But I got very lucky there. He got into the spot where I could get a nice DRI on him, distorted real impact, so that's good. I always focus on the Cerberus first if I can. Oh, come on, lock on correctly, Dante. Thank you, Dante. Appreciate it, man. Good to know you got my back, bro. But yeah, this is the basic strategy. It's pretty obvious, like, why. No. I got caught by that far too many times yesterday. Okay, we're gonna dodge here. Oh, I didn't get far enough teleport there, that sucks. Ah, oh, damn, I didn't think the attacks was going to be the other one. He does two kinds of attacks. There's one where it's like repeated and one where it's just in bursts. So I wasn't sure which one it was. So what I'm doing here is I'm keeping the little minions off screen as much as I can so that they don't aggro me. And I'm just focusing on Agnes. Damn, I meant to go into Trickster. Ooh, that was close. I'm playing so much better than I did yesterday. And I've not even had much time to warm up. Like, I've literally just played this mission. Oh no, he's gonna get me. No. Ooh. That was actually too close. Damn it. I was hoping for a DRI, but I was in the wrong weapon. Oh, shit. Oh, that was far too close. Holy shit. Alright, get rid of the Cerberus. They just chip away at your health too much. Like, the flying swords aren't too much of a problem, but the Cerberus will just chip away at your health. Nice little teleport dodge there. The thing is that there's no auto-win strategy for this. It's not like with Nero where you can, like, guarantee a lot. It's just... you just gotta practice and get good to a degree, which I hate to say, but... I mean... what am I gonna do? Lie to you? Damn, that sucks. Oh well. How did that not cancel him out of his thing? Oh no, I'm not in Rebellion! Ooh, I was wondering why his shit wasn't getting cancelled. Nice, that was clean. Oh man, that was clean. I definitely made a couple of little mistakes there, of course, but God, that was clean. I'm happy with that. That was a very good result. Skip. And there we go. I had a long clear time because I was hunting around because I had discovered that new area, so I wanted to see like what the deal was with that. But I performed so much better there than I did yesterday, and I'm very pleased with myself. I did get a bit lucky. Like, if he's too high off the ground when he's doing his shit, then you can't get a distorted real impact off. But I was quite lucky. I got like a quarter to a third of his health off at the start. But there is no real strategy beyond try and get those DRIs in, focus him when his summons aren't on you, try and manipulate the camera to keep them off screen, so you can always keep track of them, or they'll be really far away and they won't be able to like home in on you. And focus on the Cerberus, because those are just really annoying. And the thing is of the Flying Swords is that you get a long time to react, whereas with the Cerberus, you get time to react, but they're so fast and they chase you around. And it's really annoying when they like get on screen and get in your way, whereas at least the Flying Swords are not directly in your way, they're sort of overhead. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy the video and hope to see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.